The hits just keep on coming from New Japan Pro Wrestling, both in Japan and in America, as we now have our final set for NJPW Cup USA, as well as plenty of things to think about with KOPW 2020 just around the corner. But I digress. Hello, everybody, and good afternoon to you all. Now, I'm just a simple man, and my name is Noah Foster, and this is Sunday afternoon, August 16th, 12:33 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I think we're going to do this going forward in a different format, but who knows. And anyway, welcome to another Simple Take. And this Simple Take will be focused on the events that have occurred through NJPW Strong this week, as well as some stuff that's been foretold for the near future with NJPW's Summer Struggle. With that, let's go ahead and briefly get started and talk about this. I want to first off say that Chris Charlton, I just saw his finished Strong. I think that's very clever. This makes the Simple Takes for NJPW Cup USA super easy for me because he gives the more in-depth details in the awesome interview. I'm just here to give you my brief highlights and thoughts, what I think is to come, what I want more of. The opening match with Clark Connors and Jordan Clearwater versus Yogan Rigo and Barrett Brown, I thought was very competitive, short match, went a little over 7 minutes. Ridiculous chop exchange. Clark Connors came out here like a ball of fire. This young lion out to prove something, trying to be not the last graduate of the LA dojo, with them being only 2 left. But in the end, ingenuity paid off as Barrett Brown got the quick roll-up for the win for his team here. Clark Connors a little bit frustrated. I don't think he has anything to be disappointed about. Match of the night for me, though, was this incredible 6-man tag action as TJP, ACH, and Alex Zane, they took on PJ Black, who I was most excited about, debuting from Ring of Honor, first time in NJPW. Mysterioso and Blake Christian, they tore the house down to the point I think the ref forgot who was in this thing legally. Ridiculous spot at one point with a 450 splash with knees by Alex Zane. Alex Zane, bloody insane. Freaking impressive. Shout out to my good friend Cindy G telling me that a lot of these participants have been involved in Game Changer Wrestling, GCW. I expect more GCW influence in NJPW Strong going forward. In the end, there was a springboard 450 splash at the end by PJ Black, the debutant PJ Black, who gets the win for his team. Blake Christian also very impressive in his debut as well. A lot of these people show they are fearless, but a little bit reckless, but there were no messy spots here. And in the end, it was a capitalization by PJ Black that allowed him to get the win for his team. I would not mind seeing this 6-man tag again, definitely, as it just went over a little bit over 7 minutes as well. Then we went into New Japan Cup action as we had David Finlay taking on Tama Tonga. I look at Tama Tonga here, this newly, I think, redefined Tama Tonga on this singles pursuit through this platform and the new clean-shaved look, which I still can't get over. I look at David Finlay, who seems reinvigorated, reinvented through NJPW Strong, as he tries to pursue to become the first winner of this cup here. And really, it came down to who was going to hit their finisher first. Was Tama Tonga going to hit the gun stun, or was David Finlay going to hit his Prima Nocta, which are very similar moves if you think about it, because they're both a cutter style. In the end, he did counter the gun stun, but Tama Tonga showed great ingenuity and counter offense to much of David Finlay's moves. This was a much more balanced match versus Tama Tonga's first outing. But in the end, David Finlay, he got the win. He pulled it off, and he is in the finals. I must say this, though. I'm very impressed with Tama Tonga, who literally went about this whole thing clean, I might add. I hope to see more of this going forward, and it really makes me wonder what's next for GOD's future, especially this one. Anyway, moving on from there, we go into our main event as Jeff Cobb takes on Kenta, a battle of the striker versus the powerhouse, suplexes versus strikes. It's as simple as that. And it literally was that. This was a very competitive back and forth match, but Kenta, of course, doing what he has to do to win, no matter what anybody thinks, although he's always listening for the boos. I bet if it was a virtual audience, he probably would have loved to heard that. And again, just going with the whole COVID look with the messy hair and whatever. He does pull off the win competitively. In the end, underhanded tactics, the dreaded low blow behind the ref's back gets a roll-up. He just, at this point, I feel like was aggravated. Couldn't stop the power of Jeff Cobb, who came this close with a Tour of the Islands to win this match here. So Kenta pulling out typical, true form Bullet Club instincts, doing anything to win, even if it's just in your own. He got the win in the end. So our finals are set. It is Kenta versus David Finlay to crown the first ever winner of the NJPW Cup USA, who will challenge Jon Moxley for the IWGP United States Championship some point, I imagine, during the road to Fighting Spirit Unleashed, or maybe I'm Fighting Spirit Unleashed. What I find interesting here is they already disclosed their next event, and we know what road they're going to go through. Similar to how NJPW over in Japan does the New Japan road, usually towards their next events at some times. And I think about the fact they have not mentioned John Moxley's name at all. In fact, the only mention of John Moxley's name was literally on NJPW Strong Finish, hosted by Chris Charlton, where he was talking to David Finlay, interviewing him, and they mentioned his name and the fact David Finlay right now is dealing with two different animals here. David Finlay, of course, did challenge Lance Archer, the previous IWGP United States champion, for this title last year. Came up short. If David Finlay does win this cup, because he seems very driven by it, and many people believe he can do it, can he beat John Moxley? I don't know about y'all, but honestly, the whole thing about AEW and NJPW wants AEW to grow, and I feel like eventually they might work more together, but I just don't see it now. And it's time to really put this title as the focal point of building this brand here in America. Either way, whether it's Kenta or David Finlay, I do see John Moxley being done for now with NJPW, unless the world becomes a little more normal. He can like travel and stuff like that, because I would love to see him in G1. But I feel John Moxley's going to focus more on his career and growth in AEW. But again, we'll have to wait and see, because the beauty with NJPW, they always surprise me. They never disappoint me. And it really is sometimes unpredictable. And this final could go either way. So, can the honest and driven David Finlay beat the man that's willing to do anything to win, no matter who he disappoints, as long as he wins? That's all he cares about. Can David Finlay overcome Kenta? Well, if I'm going to put out a prediction right now in front of all of you all, I am going to say that the winner of NJCup USA for the first time ever is going to be David Finlay. I believe David Finlay has a huge opportunity here and is going to capitalize on it. And right now, Kenta, a man of no words, trying to do anything to win, I feel like David Finlay is going to fall to Kenta's games, but it will not lead to defeat, because I feel like David Finlay is going to be aware of Kenta's games and overcome him. Many people believe that Kenta is the right guy to win this, the first guy to win this overall. But I don't know, David Finlay right now, he just seems like something's different about him. And I feel like he really wants to win this, and it's going to do everything he can to win honorably as New Japan Pro Wrestling way. But am I wrong? Am I right? We'll have to wait and see. And that, of course, will be this coming Friday night, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on August 21st, which I can't wait for. However, there is another thing that many people have been waiting for months now. He's back. Also returning this Friday, the Switchblade, Jay White, returns. Who knows what sort of statement he's going to deliver? Who knows the impact he's going to bring to NJPW Strong, thus furthering the reach out and the power of Bullet Club? Is he going to play a deciding factor maybe in the finals of NJPW Strong New Japan Cup USA? He's always has a plan, folks. I don't know. But that's going to be extremely interesting to see him not only back on NJPW Strong, but also back in action. Or is it just a statement? I don't know. We're going to have to wait and see. Oh, boy. But with that being said, that's everything regarding NJPW Strong. Let's talk about now NJPW Summer Struggle, as they do continue shows right now in Japan that we aren't seeing right now on NJPWWorld.com. But again, they're building towards KOPW 2020, which will start August 26th. That will lead into Jingu Stadium August 29th. They did cancel one show back at Uwajima because somebody had a fever. So, of course, in the name of safety for everybody, under NJPW's coronavirus guidelines, they acted the way they did, and the show was canceled. Since that point, though, it looks like all results have come back negative, and the August 16th show, which was today, at Shizuoka, apologies if I screwed up that name, basically they said they were going as planned. And I'm sure we'll get more exclusives going forward, too, because even though we can't watch these events, we are constantly being informed and getting an idea of the outlook of KOPW. When the voting will happen, I don't know. It's got to be some point this week, considering next week marks KOPW 2020. Let's go ahead and talk about the matches, though, that are set up for KOPW 2020 as we have our field of 8, and what are the stipulations being discussed so far. Some are agreeing, some have proposed, some have said nothing, and then Desperado's words, he calls Kojima stupid. So let's talk about that one first. We have El Desperados versus Satoshi Kojima. All Kojima wants to do is use his Lariato and knock El Desperado's head off. El Desperado, however, he's proposed finishers only, and then after hearing Kojima basically agree and calling him an idiot because he's supposed to propose his own thing, he's like, okay, no, we're not going to do just finishers only. And now it seems like they're bouncing back and forth between that idea. So is Kojima going to propose summit? Will it just be a finishers only match? Will it be something else? Maybe Lariato banned, maybe Pizza Loco, will that be banned? I don't know, but I feel like the finishers only stipulation is very interesting here because right now Satoshi Kojima is driven by one thing, and that is his Lariato, and he wants to lariat El Dorato's head off. So will that happen? Honestly, that would be my vote. I hope it does, but we'll have to wait and see. As again, the stipulations are still not yet posted yet to the fans to vote. I curiously wonder how the voting goes too. Will that be for NJPW World on Twitter? Will it be through a poll on their website? Again, stay tuned, folks. As I get more details, I'll keep you informed. Another match that's been proposed now is Toru Yano versus Bushi. Bushi, of course, still irate about the fact that he lost via count-out because his mask was tied to the barricade. Thus, their team was eliminated from the six-man Openweight Tag Team Championship tournament. So Bushi wants revenge against Yano, while Yano claims, "You're complaining about nothing. That was clean. Fair and square, I beat you. You want me to beat you again? I will beat you one-on-one." Neither participant have proposed a stipulation. When I think about what Bushi wants here, and I think about Yano's games, I feel the only way to go here is literally a match you only can win via countout. Because again, I feel like Toru Yano's going to prove a point, and Bushi, he just wants revenge. I don't think he wants to necessarily pin Toru Yano. I think he wants to embarrass Toru Yano, which is way easier said than done. So will that be the stipulation? What will the stipulations be? What do you all think should happen between a Toru Yano and Bushi mask? I don't know, but that'd be the thing I would think of. But let's go ahead and think about a match that does have one stipulation right now that both men seem to be agreeing with. But again, the KOPW way is supposed to each mention your own way, but I think this right here, it just sums it up. Because I've been talking about it, been waiting for it, sounds like it's going to happen. As Sho has challenged Sanada to a submissions match. Because again, Sho has only been submitted by Sanada, while Sho has picked up his victories via submission probably this whole time. And it still eats at him. And Sanada's like, he just wants a submission match? Okay. Now, think about this. The last time Sanada was involved in a technical match before the New Japan Cup, it was against Zack Sabre Jr., which I watched yesterday, at Wrestle Kingdom for the British Heavyweight Championship. And that was just a pure, straight-up wrestling match, but it was fully technical. And he lost that via pinfall. So, Sanada losing via submission, which has not happened at all this year, I might add. Thus, honestly, I can't remember the last time Sanada did lose via submission. I think it's a perfect stipulation, honestly. And honestly, I feel like that's the thing they should just sell this on once and for all. Will Skull end, or will the armbar be the defining factor here? Who can get the win? As Sho continues to grow and show, no pun intended, what he can bring as a singles competitor. I think it's a very interesting setup, and I hope that they actually just call it a submissions match. I don't think this match needs any other stipulation. I'm actually perfectly okay with this. But now we come to the match where both men have proposed their own stipulations, and honestly, it could go either way here. You have Okada's overconfidence, where he challenges Tokyo Pimp Yujiro Takahashi one-on-one, or, excuse me, 3-on-1. As Okada proposed, he faces Yujiro, Gedo, and Jado in a 3-on-1 handicap match. You gotta imagine Okada wins that, game over, he's done with Bullet Club, he can move on from that game, because he's just playing along. But Yujiro, he proposes lumberjacks with belts. Now, I imagine he's not just talking about Jado and Gedo at ringside. You gotta imagine that will include the Chaos faction and more Bullet Club as well. Again, it is not the weird to think of a lumberjack match in APW, as it has happened before, at least on one occasion. And it kind of, I look more forward towards that because I really am curious how if the Lumberjacks would break down against themselves and beat each other up. I know Bullet Club. Imagine Suzuki-gun was a part of this. They would just cause chaos, no pun intended. But I feel like if there was a Lumberjacks, it'd probably just be Chaos and Bullet Club in perspective sides of the ring, 2 and 2, with belts. I don't know about y'all, but which one do you think is the better stipulation to go with here? The Lumberjacks with belts, or just a straight-up 3-on-1 handicap match? I guess with belts, it does allow Bullet Club maybe a niche of hope to win against Okada. But then again, a handicap match, I don't think you really can necessarily be disqualified on that too. So with that working Bullet Club's favor. Both these stipulations you would think would help Bullet Club win here. But again, this is the Rainmaker. This is the longest reigning IWGP Heavyweight Champion. This is Kazuchika Okada. Regardless of stipulation, if I were to pick the stipulation here, I'd probably just go with the straight-up handicap match, and Okada finally wins a match via Rainmaker. Rainmaker's Yujira's heads off, and we move on. At least he still has pizza. But that's my thoughts on that. With that being said, that's all we know so far about the matches setups, the proposals for KOPW coming August 26th. No vote has yet been made. We do not have all 8 stipulations yet. And we do know our full card, though, except for, of course, the failed 4-way for KOPW for Jingu Stadium. So I look very forward towards that. And again, I will be doing, of course, predictions that still will take on Jingu Stadium in full. Stay tuned for more on that. But that's all I really have to say for now regarding NJPW as this week, as I record this 12:48 p.m. August 16th. The only thing we have to look forward to this week, of course, besides the free match every week, maybe I'll start covering that too on Monday, is, of course, the finals of the Cup, NJ White's return, and NJPW Strong this Friday. And then next week, we focus on Jingu Stadium, KOPW, and, of course, the New Japan Road that will lead to G1 Climax. And let me just also propose this note here in case I haven't said it already. G1 Climax will be strictly just G1 Climax matches, and only block participants participating on that scheduled day will be on the show. Other block participants will not be in the same venue, nor on the same card or show. Again, doing everything they can with social distancing and protection of the talent. So, as far as I'm concerned, each G1 Climax show is going to be, at minimum, 90 minutes long. So, I'm looking very forward to that. And we don't know the fields, we don't know the blocks, but stay tuned for, of course, full bracketology, full simple takes, full reviews, full coverage, full predictions on the entire G1 Climax 30. I cannot freaking wait. Minoru Suzuki better be in it. And with that being said, that's all I have to say for now. Thank you for tuning in. You want to know more about me? Know this. I'm just a simple man and a lifelong fan of ... wrestling. So if you want to follow me and talk anything from wrestling, NoDQ.com/NoDQ to my Twitter page. Follow me on Instagram at nfoster9016. Follow the Civil YouTube channel here at youtube.com/user/NoFoster210 for all things wrestling. Shout out to my ATW family on Twitter. You know who you are. Content coming up this week. There'll be Impact Wrestling Emergence predictions and a simple review. There'll be, of course, another live simple take in 7. I will be collaborating with other channels for predictions on TakeOver and SummerSlam. And, of course, bringing you my coverage and simple review of NJPW Strong 2. And, of course, more AEW Spark with a charged edition coming this Saturday, as AEW Diamond's on this Saturday. But a new episode of AEW Spark with more details regarding everything AEW should be up later today. And, as always, you know what I'm about. It's in the description down below. Support WrestleJoy, support NoDQ, support professional wrestling, support pro wrestling because that's at the heart of it, folks. And as always, I'd like to close. Support wrestling outlets, both big and small. And let's keep growing this incredible, diverse, unique, elite, authentic, unscripted, unrestricted wrestling community together. Simple as that. With that being said, thank you so much for tuning in. Please like, share, subscribe, comment, tell a friend, hit the bell, know the video goes live on this channel. Hit the subscribe button. Help me grow this channel. Shout out to all 162 of you that's been with me on this fun YouTuber creator's journey. It's not laying up anytime soon. I'm going to continue bringing my full range of coverage and enjoyment of NJPW and AEW minimum to you, as well as a live civil chat weekly as well too. But until the next video, I hope you all enjoy your day. So with that, take care, enjoy life. Tomorrow's never guaranteed. Trust your families. Enjoy wrestling. Find something, some promotion, some character, some person, something that connects with you. Make a friend or robbery out of it too. And wash your hands and wear a mask and protect yourself at all times. I will see you all probably, let me think here. Again, I got AEW Spark later, but that's not live. So yeah, I'll see you all live for the Simple Chat Friday night, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's the time it's going to be going forward. I'll see you all then. Please take care. Have a wonderful day. Gokigenyo. Sayonara.